Welcome, everybody. This is the CBSI Hot Ten Show. My name is Brian McClay from Tales from the FlipSide. I'm here with Dino and Paul tonight. This is the Hot 10 Show for October 11th, 2019. And we're going to run it down. Unfortunately, Ben S. has had a little thing that he had to take care of. So we're kind of going to plug along, and we hope you guys enjoy it. Boys, let's get started.
Okay, let's go. Okay, so as usual, we start with
Ben S is off working on next week's list. Actually.
Yes. He's working on next week's list. It's going to be awesome. So we always start out with honorable mentions. Usually it is a pre-code horror book or some kind of golden age book. We have Mr. Mystery number 13, but our barely cover a 5.5 sold last month for $1,900. I know. CBCS 4.0 sold for $1,400 this week. Keep in mind, a 4.5 sold a couple years ago for $475. So, it's a hardcover. I mean, it's pre-code horror book. It's probably one of the greatest pre-code horror books out there. I mean, there's every pre-code horror books jumped crazy. So
it's just one of those books that Ben loves to put on the list.
Yeah.
Is that maybe could be the Joker? Is that a vat of acid?
All right.
It could be.
Page and Joker.
Yeah, it could be. Maybe he's about to go insane. The next book on our list is White Fox number 1 in Hawk Lee 1:100 version variant. It's selling just above ratio between 110 and 125.
Beautiful cover.
Yeah, I guess Ben has said he couldn't find any current listings. I haven't really looked right now at 11:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but he's saying this one might be a tough one to locate out there. So what's up, everybody, on the chat?
A couple people made comments that this book is like a super ghost. It's one of those books that's just impossible to find.
Maybe it'll be my mission as we're going to do some searching. Maybe I'll find it.
It has kind of like a, not fully, but it reminds me of Alex Ross, like painting style.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think Mel V posted on Instagram earlier today talking about this book and about how there was a big sale for it. I don't know if he made a sale or if it was somebody else, but he also mentioned something that was kind of interesting, and that he's doing other covers like this. So if there's people out there that's collecting all the covers, the whole set,
mm-hmm.
This book is that tough to find. Good luck.
Well, and the thing too is that how many people are ordering 100 of White Fox number 1? I mean,
exactly.
That's the thing that people need to worry about.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Next on our list is Amazing Fantasy number 10, selling in the $20 range, which is mildly higher than it was a month ago. First appearance of Nina Price, the Vampire by Night. I think Van Dimby actually. I think it's thanks for the heads up, man. I think Van Dimby actually put up that one for Ben S. I think this has to do with we were talking about what movie news. Is that what it is?
Yeah, there's a new animated movie coming out, Hulk, that Marvel is doing. Hulk and the Monsters. It's like Hulk. What is it? Hulk and the Monsters or something like that. Hulk and Where the Monsters Dwell. I apologize. Hulk, Where the Monsters Dwell. And I believe Vampire by Night, Nina Price, is one of the main characters in that. And then there's also rumors that she could be one of the main characters in the new Blade movie. So
yes. I mean, I bet you can find these in back issues dollar bins. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, this is also that same series that has that first appearance of Franklin Cho. So if you're looking for that book, look for this one too.
Yeah. If you bought the whole run, you probably hit a good score.
Yes, and I don't think very many people were buying these. So
no. On to number 9 on the list. Sorry.
No, I'm going to take number 9 from you because I don't like number 9.
You don't like number 9?
I had that book. I bought that book for maybe $40.
Well, let's talk to him first. It's Doctor Strange, the 2016 number 11 Adam Hughes 1 in 50 variant. Go ahead, Paul. But
Yes, introducing the book first, always a good idea. No, I had that book. It's gone now. It was probably a 9.6, and so it just hurt my soul to see that on there. But yeah, Adam Hughes, 1 in 50. Doctor Strange, number 11. It is. Ben has commented that remember when this was the $50 book that nobody wanted? I do.
Yes, you do. It's
No.
seared in your mind.
I mean, it's a cool cover. I mean, it just,
cool.
I mean, it was a Doctor Strange book that everybody was like, I remember when it came out, it was like, man.
Seller's remorse, but now you can't find it for less than 200. So that one just definitely caught my eye when I saw it on the list.
So number 9 is dedicated to Paul's problems out there.
It's one of the few Adam Hughes where he's got, a male figure in there that actually looks good, right? Yeah. Usually when he throws a male in there, it doesn't look too good, a la Captain America.
I mean, it's hard to mess up Doctor Strange. I mean, he's in a Indian style sitting position. I mean, it's not like he has a lot of movement or anything. So
yeah,
can't mess it up too bad. I would hope not. Okay. Going to number 8, boys. Deadpool, Merc with a Mouth, number 7, was a $20 book a few weeks ago, appearing to be a $50 book now. Ben says, take notes of listings. There are a lot of VF-ish copies floating around, and this is because Marvel is talking about maybe introducing a female Deadpool character. Or is it something? I guess is it Fox now or whatever?
There was some rumors that came out, I think yesterday, that they want to introduce a female Deadpool character, and Lady Deadpool has always kind of been like just on the fringe of that the speculators, picking up on. And there is a variant, I think a Liefeld variant for this book, if I remember correctly, also.
Oh man, wait for him to be hawking those at the next convention.
I know, right? He's gonna charge you $75 to sign this copy.
Oh, it's funny because it's true.
Yes.
Going with number 7, Spawn's a little resurgence, even though the movie kind of is in floundering mode, I guess.
In flux.
Yes. Spawn number 249. I guess I didn't even know this. This is a $110 book now. Added the fact that they're almost non-existent on eBay at the moment. This market continues to amaze and confuse me simultaneously. I think I agree too. I mean, it's a higher number, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, maybe people didn't like the cover and didn't order them. I mean, it's not even like a black and white or a ratio variant or even, some of the harder find Spawns that you can find in like the hundreds,
I think any McFarlane cover that he does, especially in these later issues, people are gathering up. But like we've talked about on multiple shows, these later issue of McFarlane's, they just didn't have the print run, and this is one right before issue 250. So you would think that the print run would be a little high, but maybe it wasn't, or this is just a rare cover. There's like Ben said, there's very few of these available on eBay right now. I know that.
Yeah. Yep.
So any Spawn book right now just seems to be hot. So keep your eyes out.
It's crazy.
Number 6, another Marvel Knights book that hits the top 10. So this is Marvel Boy number 1. Actually, the artist is J.G. Jones, which is surprising to me. But so it's a $15 to $25 book, and Ben S doesn't have much to say about it. But there is rumors that in Powers of X that he has Omega level powers.
Yep, they have been talking about how he has Omega level powers now, and also they've been talking. Well, there's been rumors that they're going to introduce him in the Guardians of the Galaxy MCU. So, if that's true, man, this is one of those Grant Morrison series too. This was early Grant Morrison when he came over to Marvel, if I remember correctly. So,
and the thing too is like I don't understand. I mean, when they say introduce him in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, does it mean a 2-second like screen promo and that's it? Like like a blurring photo, or is he he's not going to be a main? It's this is where speculation kind of drives me up the wall. So.
Yeah, well, I think that's probably one of the reasons that Ben kind of made the comment he did, where this is one of those weird ones again. But some of these. I guess these are late 90s books, if I remember
Mhm.
correctly.
Yep.
Some of these books are starting to, like you said, Dino, they're showing up more and more often now in these Hot 10 lists. They're starting to get hot very quickly. And Ultra Maximus does make a good point. This came up when the Inhumans spec was going kind of crazy before the TV show.
Yep.
It didn't. I don't think it ever got this hot. Unless I'm just don't remember that, but I try to block everything about that Inhuman spec out.
And this is $1 book all day. I mean, it's a 98 book. Probably tons of them were printed. So I mean, I do think, I mean, if I'm being subjective about the cover, I think it would be a hard 9.8. Obviously, I mean, for dollar bin books, I mean, it's got the black cover, kind of dark cover, so I think it would be a hard 9.8 to get. Obviously.
And they did do a Dynamic Forces of this. If you guys remember those Dynamic Forces books, some of them were signed too, so they're a little bit more rare. And be on the lookout for them. Before we go on to the top 5 here, a couple things we want to talk about. Make sure you guys go and check out the Simple Man's Comics YouTube page for the last call, the FOC show. That is going to be 10/14, and make sure you check it out. They're doing really good things over there. Always putting out good material, so make sure you check that out. And tonight we have another book we're giving away, so we want to get a big shout out to One Stop Shop and Comic Book Invest for giving us this book to give away tonight. This is Reaver #1, the One Stop Shop exclusive. It's a cover by Rebecca Isaacs, and it's limited to 500. So we will be picking a lucky winner from the comments section at Comic Book Invest under tonight's Hot 10 list comments. So if you guys get a chance, go over there, make a comment, and you might be picked for one of our giveaway books. So that is that.
Cool. I like the cover. It's a great cover.
It is. So,
it's like God of War-esque, kind of. God of War from, good stuff. Number 5, Convergence of Superman #2, another baby book. Whether you like it, I guess DC's going with the old John Kent storyline with him being Superman at some point. So,
and they have a new storyline going on where he kind of got aged a little bit, if I remember correctly, and he kind of came and introduced himself newly aged to Damian, and there's some resurgence in the whole Damian John Kent stuff, which there should be. They should have never quit that.
Yeah, the DC Super Sons.
Yeah, what a mistake for quitting that book or stopping that book. Amazing book, and it'll be interesting to see if this is all because of Bendis and what he's got planned. I'm not a fan of Bendis. I know a lot of people have been saying that his Superman stuff has been really good, but I don't know. I have very little trust for Bendis right these days.
Yeah.
So, and there's also other books out there, as Doc Joe mentions here, that are considered, his #1 at first appearance. There's still people trying to decide. The market's trying to decide which is his real first appearance. So, here's Ultra Maximus did say that Lois and Clark #1, the 1 in 25 should be the first. I imagine, is he on the cover of that? I can't remember if that's why he said the 1 in 25.
Because I remember I used the regular Lois and Clark one. Isn't that the one with the chest? I think.
Yes. There was also a Wonder Woman, if I remember correctly, during the Convergence run, Wonder Woman book that people, either she was on the cover of, or it was a Wonder Woman book that people were kind of specking on a little bit.
Oh, it was this book. I can share my screen. I guess I don't know if I can. Yeah. It's that one book where he's like doing. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Pop it down for me. Oh, I'm messing it up.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the old thing. It's everybody's getting easy from the epilepsy of the black thing freaking out. But so that was the 1 in 125 that everybody freaked out about in the beginning. So
yeah,
there you go.
Very cool.
So the next book on our list is, let's see, what is it? Number 4. We're at number 4 right now. Bitterroot #1, the Akira variant, which is I think it's a cool book, man. Big motorcycle guy. It's a dope cover. A cover selling well too, around 15, but this one's jumped back up from 50 to 80 again, and a 9.9 sold for $335. So, I don't know how many 99s are out there, but I think that's interesting. I can look right now for us as we can.
There is. Go ahead there, Paul.
I was saying that for a 99, it's a good price.
Yeah, and I think most of this is because of that information that came out about the Bitterroot being. They finally announced a director/producer for it, and if I remember correctly, that is the same guy that did Fruitvale Station and Black Panther and Creed is going to be doing the Bitterroot movie / or TV adaptation.
It's a good homage too.
It is.
Let's cover F, and there's only 199 and 38 98s. So with 5 signature series. So
these homage covers, we love them. They're cool. There was if I remember correctly, there was a Ghost Rider homage cover to Akira that also looked similar. That was pretty cool. So, hey, I'm all for homage covers.
Yep.
Rock on. All right.
We got number 3, another Doctor Strange book, 381, the old Donny Cates, from cover to $10 to $15. So I guess Donny Cates strikes again, saying that bats and dogs will be used even though he's dead, which is a big question mark. Pet spec usually doesn't go insane, but usually has staying power. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, it's Donny Cates again.
Yeah, I mean, Donny Cates could, say, a 90s book is, $1 book's going to be the next big thing. And I mean,
Doctor Strange number 44.
I mean, if I was Donny Cates, I'd just be buying books left and right and then just putting them on my Twitter feed so I'd make more money.
That sounds like an intro to a Paul's problem.
How to be broke.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep going? You want to after this one? You want to do the announcement? Who won it?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. We'll do that.
Number 2, Joker: Year of the Villain, Brian Boland variant. Supposedly in short supply with a big question mark. But there's currently a bunch of copies listed and a bunch of copies are sold, mostly in the $35 to $50 range. I guess, right? Is this because of the movie? Maybe.
I think it's because this just got announced and there was people talking about it was going to be a 1 per store variant type thing. But what people are kind of misinformed, I think, where that 1 per store stuff comes from is if you remember correctly a while back, they had I forget which book it was where they had to show that they destroyed the covers.
Yep.
It was a Superman book, maybe.
Yeah, and people were punching holes in it and doing whatever,
Yeah. So if these books were kind of a thank you to those comic shops that destroyed all their covers, and those comic shops that destroyed all those covers, for every cover they destroyed, they get one of these books. For the comic shops that didn't destroy their covers, they only get 1 per store. So there's much more out there than 1 per store. So don't be careful about that 1 per store thing. Do a little bit more research and make sure that you're putting your money behind the right book. I know it's a Brian Boland cover. I'm not a big fan of this cover though. This kind of almost looks like he phoned it in, or it was used for something else. And I'm pretty sure that's what it was. DC had it sitting on a back burner.
I think it was like a bigger picture, and they just zoomed in on her face and was like, "Oh, that's good."
Yes, exactly.
Do you guys see the Clayton Crane convention variant for that one?
No, I didn't.
Was it good?
Yeah, I liked it.
You gonna buy one?
No, I was just
no.
Seems like anything Clayton Crane does is good.
I've been seeing a lot of those more Clayton Crane Rainbow Sigs out there.
Yes.
So
those are cool.
I thought it was cool. I thought like only a couple of people might know about it, but a lot of people are. Oh, that's a dope cover. I like it.
Yeah. Do you want me to try and share my screen, or do you want me to do it?
No, go for it.
Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's dope. I like it.
I like the
signature too. Yeah, it's got dopeness to it. It reminds me of kind of like that Adam West Joker.
Yes.
from the
Cesar Romero.
Yeah, Cesar Romero. Yep.
Yeah, I like the Joker card type thing.
Yeah.
That's cool. Surprised they haven't had more variants like that.
I wonder, is that they got one on eBay? Is that one on eBay?
Yeah, it's a pre-sale though, so
That's $250. That's not terrible. I mean, I'm not in love with it at $250, but I mean, if I could get it for maybe $175, I'd go for it maybe.
But there's just like there's Clayton Crane fanatics out there. There's Brian Boland fanatics out there.
Yeah, I mean his Wonder Woman runs are legendary. I mean,
yes, and of course the stuff he did with Alan Moore on Killing Joke and everything else. He did a lot of that early British invasion stuff. So Brian Boland, another big artist that people just go crazy for. So.
Before we unveil number one, let's hit up this giveaway.
Yeah. So again, everybody, just go, and if you guys want to take part in these giveaways that we do, whenever the new list is released, go to the list on comicbookinvest.com and make a comment down in the bottom of the list and tell us what you think of the list, or just take part. And we might pick you for one of these giveaway books. This week, we're going kind of random here, and we're going to give it to, I believe the name is said Malheezer. And Malheezer left this comment. There is also a hard to find and harder to find in near mint condition Dynamic Forces variants of Marvel Boy #1 by Adi Granoff. The Spawn 249 has been a hot comic for years, and he says that he sold roughly 10 copies from $50 to $90 over the last 3 years. As for Convergence #2, he wonders if Superman, Lois and Clark #1 and #8 will see an uptick. So there we go.
And I think I put it in the chat. If you replay, hopefully the video, maybe the chat rolls with it, and then at least you can see who won it, kind of, because. So hit us up, CBSI FlipSide at gmail.com with your address and stuff, and we can get this book out to you.
Yeah, Malheezer, definitely contact us in one of those ways, and we'll send it your way. So one more time, make sure you guys check out Simple Man's Comics and check out his FOC show, Last Call. Him and Jack are doing good things over there. And make sure you guys check out CBSI Presents Tales from the Flip Side every Monday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We'd appreciate it. Now on to the #1 book.
You know what's funny? We shouldn't have showed #1. Just cut the show. So I guess we can't do that. So Marvel celebrates Stan Lee Not Numbered. So this was for an event for Marvel. So Marvel had a big stink about they kind of told all their employees that if they sell their books, they're going to be fired. So some people were thinking that $400 or $500 is more than, I guess, what their job's worth. But I don't know how Marvel's tracking all this. Maybe they have algorithms out there. Either way, it's difficult to tell exactly how many of these are floating around and whether the price is where it should be. So it's a cool cover. I mean,
it is. It's a nice cover, and as you can see, this was a tough book for me to find copies of, decent pictures of. So we chose this one with somebody kind of showing their copy. It is a beautiful cover. I just I get the feeling of the whole Marvel issue 1000 type Disney thing going on.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see if these come out more and more. You know what I'm saying, with the events that Marvel's going to do.
Well, there's the drama behind it too. If you guys had heard, where if they catch employees selling it, they're going to fire them.
Yep.
On the spot. I don't
really
understand what the heck the deal with that is. I mean,
that's interesting.
If we see your account selling a free comic book day, we're going to shut it down. Like, I don't get it.
I'm just going to give it to my friend and have him sell it. Like, it's like, how are they going to know? I don't know. I mean, I don't know how they obviously can track it. I mean, so on eBay, if they find out your eBay account somehow and stuff like that, or, I mean, person to person sale, they're never going to know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I understand it. It's probably a cool thing that they don't, it's like if something, the problem is if you work at Marvel, it's different from working at, McDonald's or something, and they give you something away. I mean, it's like, it just becomes invaluable, I mean, especially with the comic book.
What's kind of interesting about this is, if I'm not mistaken, Upper Deck is on the obviously the trading card side of things, but they also give special cards to their employees that they say, hey, keep them if you want, but go sell them on the secondary market. Make some money off them if you want, because they're so rare, that type of thing.
I mean, if Marvel was really smart, they would just sit there and they would they would one hole punch them all. Then they're theoretically worthless, kind of. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you couldn't get them graded. You couldn't. I mean, Marvel knows. I mean, you're telling me Marvel is a comic book realtor and doesn't know they should one hole punch things. I mean,
yeah, exactly. They know what they're getting into. Maybe they're trying to drum up some excitement.
They could even like one hole punch the back cover, so you have a solid front cover, and then if you're on eBay, show me a picture of the back. Oh, it's punched. No thanks, or I don't know. That way you don't take away from the cover.
I bet you they ran 6,000, like they do in every run.
Yeah,
I mean, they probably did. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean,
yeah.
You'll see more and more of them. I mean, how many? It's maybe one of those books that, like, the rare 90 promotion books, like Spider-Man promo books and stuff like that. In 10 or 15 years, people crinkling them up, and just, if you're getting a book like that at an event, you think you got it in a store folio with you at that time or something like that. I mean, people are probably Melvin it and throwing it in their backpack. So, I mean,
Well, that was, we appreciate everybody sticking with us tonight. Ben wasn't able to be here. He will hopefully be here next week. But we made it through. Big shout out to Dino for jumping in at the last second.
You got to bring in the big dogs, man. Okay. Maybe I'll do a hot 10 list next week myself. No, I appreciate it. You guys having my back too. So,
and everybody, make sure you check out Tales from the Flipside live Monday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Adios.
Glad.